What's up guys, this is Kira's Online, and today I'm going to be teaching you for-look last layer method of the 3x3. In this video I'm actually only going to teach you the first step, which is called OLL, or orientation of the last layer. And what that basically is getting all the yellow stickers to face up. And so first you have to orient the edges, which are what makes like the cross on the white side. So you orient the edges, and then you have to orient all the corners so that they're all facing, and then you permute the corners, which is part of PLL, or permutation of the last layer. So you have to permute the corners, getting them all paired up. So see, they're all paired up, and then you have to orient the edges, which are these last three pieces, and it will solve the cube. So you can only do this if you actually know how to solve a cube. So if you do not know how to do that, click right here in this corner, and that will show you. It will take you to my tutorials. I have a few of them. I would start with the white face one, unless you can already solve it. So this tutorial is only for the last layer, and this will only be for OLL. I will eventually make a PLL one, but not right now. So let's get started with the tutorial. So as I've already told you, the first step of OLL is to get the edges permutated. So to do this in the beginner's method, you would just do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and then that would make a backwards L. Well, it would actually make an upside down L. Then you would turn it twice and then do the algorithm again. It would make a line, and then you would do the algorithm again, and then you'd have the yellow cross. But I'm going to show you something that makes it quite a bit easier. So if you just have this one centerpiece, then you do the algorithm F, R, U prime, R prime, F, U prime, F prime. I think I might have messed it up. I might have messed it up when I was saying it. So then you'll have the backwards L sign. But you actually don't want to make it backwards. You just want to keep it where it is. And then instead of doing F, you're going to do F wide, which is just like this. So you're going to do F wide, R, U, R prime, U prime, F wide prime, and then you'll have the cross already done. So I'm going to show you that again. So you have just the centerpiece, and you're going to do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So then you have the upside down L, so you do front wide, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and then you'll have the cross. So then the next step is to get all the corners up. So this first case is called soon, and what it is you have all the edges, and then you have one corner that's correct. And then there are two different cases that are like this, but what you're going to do is you're going to look right past past this corner piece, and if you do not see a yellow piece right here, you're not looking at this one because the corner will be in this bottom left spot. You're going to look past it, and we do not see a yellow sticker. That's because it's facing the back. So you already know this algorithm. If you know the beginner's method, it's R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. The next case is called anti-soon, and it's got the one corner, but you'll look past the corner and you'll see we do see a yellow sticker. And if you do see the yellow sticker, then you're going to want to do U2 to where then the one that's correct will be in the back right spot. So it'll kind of move like this, and then you're going to do this algorithm. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. The next case is just the yellow cross, so there are no corners already oriented. And so there are also two cases like this. And you'll notice if there are two that are like this, these are called headlights because they're like right next to each other facing the same way. So you'll look on both sides, and there's headlights on both sides. And then you'll do this algorithm, but when you're doing it, make sure it's not facing like this. You need to have one of the headlights facing you. It doesn't matter which one, it just has to be one. And then this is an easy algorithm. You do F, then R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. This next case also doesn't have any corners oriented, but if you look around, we only have one pair of headlights, and the other two are kind of facing opposite directions. So we've got headlights and then opposites, and you're going to want to have the headlights facing your your left, like this. So the cube will look it'll look just like this. And the algorithm is R, U2, R2, U prime, R2, U prime, R2, U2, R2, or R. It's not an R2 move. And it will look like this. The last three cases all have two corners that are not oriented. And this first one, they are kind of facing opposite directions. So it's kind of like our last case, except there's no headlights because the headlights are already oriented. And you're going to hold it to where the two unsolved ones are just like the headlights were, where they were kind of on your left side. And this is the algorithm. R wide, U, R prime, U prime, R wide prime, F, R, F prime. And you'll see that oriented all of the pieces. This next one that has two unoriented ones, it looks kind of like this, where they are kind of on opposite corners. So they aren't right next to each other like the last one. They are on opposites. And you're going to hold it in such a way that you have a yellow sticker facing you on your left side. So it's not like this because the yellow is on your right side. You want it on your left side. And you're going to do this algorithm. Front, R prime, front prime, R wide, U, R, U prime, R wide prime. This last one has also two unoriented ones, but it has headlights. And so you're going to put the headlights in the back. So it looks like this. And then you're going to do an X movement. It's X prime. And what that is you're turning the entire cube. So then yellow will be facing you instead of whichever color. So we're going to have yellow facing us. And the algorithm is R, U prime, R prime, D, R, U2, R prime, D prime, R, U, R prime. So that is all 7 of the 2-look OLL cases. It's called 2-look OLL because it's called 4-look less layer, or 4LLL. And what that means is there's 2-look OLL and 2-look PLL. So there's 4 looks. So it's 2-look OLL and 2-look PLL. So that's all 7 of the algorithms for the orientation of the corners. That's basically what this tutorial is because the orientation of the edges is pretty simple. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. And please like this video. If you want to say anything about the video,